Welcome back, YouTubers, to my channel of an everyday life of an Aspie. If you're following me right now, I am on to the mental health awareness series of basically the borderline personality disorder series. Just to bear in mind that basically some of the series that you might hear of the clinical terms may be abbreviated down so that hopefully you can get a clear understanding, so that I can hopefully push for time and obviously just a better understanding of knowing the ins and outs of what I'm going to do, and hopefully with these differentiations of these clinical terms that I might abbreviate down, hopefully I'll be able to just give the definitions of certain ones as I have earlier in the other series. So, and all further ado, I just want to also welcome to the ones on my channel that has just visited for the first time. I'm AspieAnswersAll, and basically I'm here to basically spread awareness, understanding, knowledge and know-how about all these different conditions, but regardless what it is, even though yes, my aims and goals were pretty much to remove the stereotypes and just the stigma of certain people's, concepts and ideas of basically what, certain conditions are about, be it Asperger's syndrome, autism and the like, that I'm addressing to you all, because obviously I'm here just to be one of the many of the people that is in the autistic community to share our stories based on our different everyday conditions, as well as for me, I feel to address every other health conditions that I can think of that may be of relevance to my channel, so that hopefully people can just engage or just use my videos as a resource tool. So in all further ado, that's the aim of the game here for my aims. And also basically right now I just want to welcome to the newbies on the channel, which I'll call them for now, the newbies. You have come to my channel for a reason, obviously, as a voice for you, as being the voiceless, maybe to engage with me in a way, or just seeking out help, or seeking out some form of encouragement, support, or whatever, maybe other reasons that I haven't thought of, that you guys are coming on my channel for a reason. Also, I'm hoping to create a wider spectrum of basically of the wider community besides the autistic community, where I wanted to aim for what I'm sharing on my life story with Asperger's syndrome and the like, because obviously, as I've noticed that many people I've talked to in the past and present hasn't even heard of Asperger's syndrome. So in all further ado, basically, hopefully people will be able to understand me more as a person, even though, as I have clearly stated so many times before, that many people basically tends to misread us, misinterpret us, misjudge us, or misunderstand us to a point where we're just nothing to them, or whatever other labels that we tend to get labelled upon. But as we should know, some of these are just labels, and some of these labels can be left alone. So by all means. And all further ado though, if you've been following my channel from the very first to now, I congratulate you. This obviously you must be thinking, I am, getting to know this person and that, and not in a judging way, hopefully, because like I said, I want to engage with people in a non-judgmental way, so that people can feel safe and secure, not being able to be judged, point the finger at, or be having these blame games, or you shouldn't be doing this, or whatever the case may be. We need to build an army of, of a network for myself or for others out there that needs that supporting environment, regardless what, mental health conditions or whatever it may be for these reasons. And all further ado though, basically, I was going to hopefully talk about basically in part 5 of the series, basically what you need to know about BPD, sort of thing. It's going to be a real short overview of what it is about. And just before I do begin though, if I haven't done so, or I have done so many times before, putting a disclaimer, just to let you know kindly that I'm no medical professional. I'm just a normal everyday young female, basically, that pretty much sort of knows what goes down of the hips of certain everyday, conditions that we come and face together, based on my experiences, my life experiences, or just experiences in general, who I have met and try to, engage with, or who I have met and actually trying to support and help regardless, even though some people may not want it. I'm trying to learn now that some people need to just learn on their own, to stand on their own 2 feet and learn to ask for help when they need it before it's too late. But as I said before, basically, on all that note though, we need to know the warning signs and whatnot, so that we are prepared, ready, sort of thing. And we need to be ready for certain classic, like disorders out there, or shall I say conditions. Basically, if it gets too much for us, then we need to know when is the time to take a step back and actually, let them hopefully get the help they need by just, gently sway them in the right direction for seeking professional help. So if any of these classic signs and symptoms I've been sharing with you, or basically also in these pieces of the mental health series, even though some may coincide with one another, of these mental health conditions and disorders, seek professional help, or just hopefully maybe support your friend in a gentle way by telling them they need the help they can get. There is the right way and wrong way, as I shared before, on how we go about addressing all this. So that's why I'm here today, to address to you all of all these different series, and also that we can get a clearer understanding and all further ado. You've got to remember also, just to remember that, before I end this, is basically with these series I'm doing right now, as I said, I think earlier in my pieces of the borderline personality disorder series or the like, is that with these topics that I've done so far, that I've chosen, or titles for each of these video series, I hope basically it will flow smoothly in order, so that hopefully step by step you'll know the ins and outs to what I'm trying to reach out and do. Because obviously, as I said, I want to help people in one way or another, even if I am doing it in the wrong way or whatnot. So no further ado though, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. And major difficulties in communication or relationships, as I said before, especially the ones that are real close to them. The wild mood swings, angry outbursts, chronic abandonment, fears, and impulsive and irrational behaviours can leave loved ones feeling hopeless, abused, and off balance. Partners and family members of people with BPD often say it's like being on an emotional roller coaster ride. Being on a roller coaster with no end in sight. It's a never-ending battle. It's a never-ending cycle of what they go through with their partner, loved one, whoever that has suffered from BPD. Okay, some of them may feel at the mercy of basically the loved one's symptoms of the BPD. They feel trapped. Unless they made that decision quick, smart, that they want to basically move on and actually, leave the relationship with the person so that they can take their steps to get better, Sometimes also, if you did want to maintain the relationship and stay in that relationship, or change the relationship to a better outcome for both of you, though, however, you maybe need to realize that you are the ones that maybe needs to manage our own reactions to when, that time comes when they do have their outbursts and all these other classical signs and symptoms that I've addressed to you all so far. Also, maybe establishing some sort of firm limits and improving communication between the two of you, even though, yes, okay, communication breakdown or communication is a big factor for any, basically, disorder that I've shared, so to speak. Got to remember though, however, as I said before, with most mental health disorders, there's no magic cure, no magic, healthy being that, I'm healed or whatever, basically, or shall I say, no magic cure. But sometimes though, however, we need to be in the right frame of mind to have the right treatment and support from others, regardless, basically. Many people with BPD can and do better with their relationships. They can become more stable and rewarding. In fact, patients with the most support and stability at home tend to get better sooner than those whose relationships are more chaotic and insecure. Whether it's your partner, parent, child, sibling, friend, or loved one, you can improve both the relationship and your own quality of life, however. Even if the person with BPD isn't ready to acknowledge the problem or seek that help that they professionally need in the first place when they do show those classical signs and symptoms. Well, basically, this ends the part 4, on BPD. Give me a like for support, or like just to show that you're engaging with me. Follow me on my channel of Twitter and Facebook, AspieAnswersAll. Comment if you like, subscribe if you haven't done so. Feel free to message me, basically privately on my AspieAnswersAll, you know, if you need me, you know, to just listen or give you some form of advice that might be beneficial to you. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, share my videos to family and friends to create this awareness, because without this, you know, where would we be, basically. So in all further ado, love what you do what you love, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, basically. You never know what others are going through. So once again, thanks for your support, thanks for watching me, and I'll see you all again soon.